Hi, I'm Jamie Ho, and this is the Masa Verde Zero Discharge Plant Project.
Hi, I'm Emily Fortney.
Hi, I'm Corey Piper.
Hi, I'm Jacob Waddell.
So masa is used in traditional Latin American food. You can make tamales, tortillas, and corn chips out of it. And the production in the U.S. is increasing as Hispanic food is becoming more popular. So one problem about the production process of masa is that it uses a lot of water. So traditionally, what you do is you take corn, water, and calcium hydroxide, bring that to boiling and cook it for about 30 minutes. Then you move on and you steep the corn in that same water and lime solution for about 10 hours at a warm temperature, 75 degrees Celsius. And then after you steep, you usually filter out the water and throw that out. And then you bring in new fresh water and wash the corn to get rid of excess calcium hydroxide and excess corn parts. And you also throw out that wash water. After you do that, you take the corn and you grind it, and that becomes masa. So there are two big parts in the process that you throw water out, and what we propose is that we take those two waste streams and we reuse them back in the beginning in the boiling part to start the next batch.
So we wanted to test that out in the lab, and we took that reused water and reused it up to 4 times in our lab experiments, and then we wanted to test how that affected texture, color, and the flavor of the corn. So here you can see our results for the color results of the masa, and as you were reusing the water, the color did get darker. When this line drops, it means it's a darker color. But when we looked at the sensory results, we have a control and our test. There wasn't much difference between the control and our test variables, so there wasn't a big difference in quality.
So then we went to scale up this project since we have a feasible product. So we first picked a city that has a large population that would eat masa. So we decided that San Antonio could eat probably 60,000 pounds per day. So we scaled that up, and this is a summary of what the process will be. You'll have 12 steep tanks that will be semi-continuous, which means that there'll be a batch process in the steep tanks, but you'll be continually grinding and washing. So scheduling is really important. You'll give an hour to fill each tank, heat and cook, 10 hours to steep, and 1 will be grinding. And the sizes of the tanks will be relatively small, only 4,000 liters, which is about 1,000 gallons. So it'll only be a small tank. And improvements that we made is that the rinse water will be taken back into the steep tanks, but yet you can also take that rinse water, which will have dry matter in it, filter out the solids, sell that as animal feed, and then you'll have a cleaner water to recycle back. Then you can also take that solids, put it into the product, and it'll be a whole grain product.
So the end result of this whole project is we're cutting water down. From the start of the process, we use about 2 billion gallons of water in the U.S. just for tortilla manufacturing. When this is all said and done, we'll reduce this by almost a half, so we'll be saving 1 billion gallons of water. What this ends up doing is it cuts the cost of production down, and it helps the process become more sustainable. So we'll be able to sell the masa at the same price it currently is, but we'll be able to reduce the cost of making it, so we'll double the profit margin.